I'm excited to have on the phone with me Peter Billingsley. Of course, you remember him as Ralphie in a classic Christmas story, A Christmas Story. Peter.
Todd.
I'm so glad we were able to put this together.
We did it.
Let me just start out by saying, and I know you probably hear this a million times, what a thrill and honor it is to speak with you, because when that movie came out in 1983, I remember sitting in front of the TV with my mom and dad and sister and my grandma and grandpa Holst watching it. And it may have been like maybe a year after it came out because we watched it on TV. But that movie just crystallized Christmas for me in such a profound way. I mean...
it seems like, obviously, I've lived with this movie for a long time now and have connected with a lot of fans. And I think that's really what I hear a lot. People see their own Christmas and their own family in that movie. And it felt very real to them. A lot of people feel almost a sense of ownership with the movie in a good way, that it's really become a part of their lives and their families' lives.
Yeah, because the movie, I was born in 1969, so the movie takes place in the 1950s, but I saw my dad, right? I saw my dad in you, and I saw my grandparents in your parents in the movie, and he grew up here in Dayton in a very sort of urban kind of environment, much like, the neighborhood where this takes place and the city. And it was just like, this is what it was like for my dad, and it was just such a neat experience. And every year that is the one movie that I absolutely have to watch without fail. And the other one you make a cameo in, Elf.
Yes, there you go. I know. So Christmas has really kind of become my thing.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for it.
Yeah. And I would imagine you are asked a million questions about that film. And you've answered them all. And I always hate repeating those types of questions because I think of being on your end of it. It's like, oh, this question again. So I'll just ask you this. Just sort of give us a synopsis of, the memories of it and your experience being a young actor. There's no way you could have known that this was going to become what it's become.
No, we definitely didn't. I had been acting. I did that movie, Christmas Story, when I was 12. Mm-hmm. And I had been acting prior to that since I was about 3, doing commercials and other TV and films and some big films that turned out to be bombs. And so I had been around a lot of movies that had a lot of hype on them, and they didn't turn out to be anything. The difference on A Christmas Story is it had taken them about 12 years to get the movie made.
Wow.
Bob Clark, the director, and Gene Shepard, the writer, the co-writer with Bob. And so by the time they got to make the movie, they were so grateful, they were relieved, and they were so well prepared. This is a very different set, and there was no expectations put on the movie other than, let's just try to make something great. And that was a very different feeling for me. And I remember just the attention to detail in the set creations, the neighborhoods, the toys that they built. These guys were craftsmen, and they were really, really at the top of their game. Now, I don't think anybody expected much to happen with it, and the movie came out in 1983, and it was a mild success, but certainly not a blockbuster. And back then you thought generally, well, I guess that's it. Video was just starting, cable television was early, movies didn't have some cult life like that. And slowly but surely the movie built. And I think my relationship with the movie is great because not only do I love it, but it wasn't as though I went to bed one night, woke up in the morning, and suddenly my life had changed. Because you're part of this blockbuster instant success overnight.
Yeah.
It built over time, and it built with a fan base that shared VHS tapes or huddled around the television to watch it live. And it was really a commitment of the fan base to keep the movie alive year after year. And so it's been kind of a growing, sort of evolving relationship that I've had in a great way. And as time has gone on, I've learned to appreciate so much of the movie because when you're in it, you know so much about it. But now that I have distance, the things like you said, just the realism, and it does feel like your family, and how much it captures winter and Christmas and struggles and hope and joy and love
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
those things. It does such a great job of it. So
Well,
I've actually become a big fan of the film.
yeah, and you mentioned, how so many people have taken ownership of this film. And I agree with that. I'm one of those people, and I will tell you that when I heard that they were going to do sort of I wouldn't call it a sequel, but sort of the follow up that you did a couple of years ago, A Christmas Story 2.
Yes.
I thought,
Yes.
oh man, please don't screw this up, because that's such an icon of a film, and I was so worried that it was not going to deliver. But Peter, I loved what you did back in 2022 with that film. I mean,
Oh, thank you.
it delivered, and I was like, this is it, and it gave me such a good feeling after the end of it. I was like, this is perfect. This is the perfect way to wrap up. Whatever.
It's really what we wanted to do. So yeah, they're just for super clarity for the audience. My film was A Christmas Story at Christmas. There was some Christmas Story too that I had nothing to do with many years ago. That was a straight to video.
That's a forgettable
project that I've never even seen.
Yeah.
But look, nobody felt the pressure more than me, because I've carried, so much of this movie for so long, and we really, really wanted to get it right. But there had been so much time. It was really fun to think of what's Ralphie like as a dad.
Yeah.
Now much more known as Ralph when he's grown up. And the whole concept that as a kid, all you want is for your Christmas to be great, but as a parent, all you want is for your kid's Christmas to be great.
Yeah.
And that's really the flip. And so to be kind of obsessed and on that quest felt like it was really the right starting point for the film, and to bring back the cast and have a lot of those same feelings was nice. But we put a lot of attention to detail, time, and thought into that, and I certainly wasn't going to do it unless I felt it was right.
Yeah. So this event that's coming up on December 20th, I'm super excited about this because recently I got to attend an event very similar with John Cleese and a Q&A after Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and it was such fun. Because we all got to have that shared experience of seeing this classic movie, which, a lot of people, unfortunately, they don't go to the theaters a lot anymore for movies. They watch at home, and having that shared experience is a whole other sort of environment. And I'm excited about that because I've never seen Christmas Story in a theater.
Well,
I've only seen it.
For a treat. You're right, because the movie was really last in theaters in 1983.
Yeah.
And so it's, particularly with a movie that people know, it's fun because you're anticipating things. There's group laughter.
Yeah.
It's how movies were, especially this movie was shot on film, so it looks great. It feels so cool. And then afterwards, I really kind of take an audience on a journey through a lot of their favorite scenes, kind of behind the scenes stories and perspectives of the film that maybe they haven't seen. I bring some photos along. We do a little trivia and a giveaway, and then I open it up to the floor, and I'll just answer any question from the audience.
Well, this is going to be a great night. It's happening December 20th. You could get tickets for this at DaytonLive.org. And I saw that there's also some meet and greet opportunities, Peter, if people want to get their picture taken, or maybe have you autograph a bunny rabbit pajamas.
That's right. I just do sort of a limited meet and greet, but there's definitely some fans that have always wanted to say hi, and I always like to spend a couple moments with the fans directly, take a photo, sign a little poster for them.
So I've got to ask the question, because my wife actually suggested I do this, because when I came back from the Monty Python event with John Cleese, I told her, there were some people who were in costumes, and she said, you really ought to think about the pink bunny suit. She feels confident that she can find one in my larger size. And I'm just curious if this is an original thought, or have people been showing up to your events?
A lot of people have been showing up in it. You would not be the first. You would feel very welcome. I'm sure a lot of folks will have to take photos with you.
Oh yeah,
it's a popular outfit. I don't want you to be nervous going in with it. I think you will fit right in.
Now, do you still have the one that you had in the movie? Did you ever get to keep that, or? Did it?
I did. My mom was great about just grabbing little keepsakes. Again, nobody knew what this movie would turn into. So I do have it. And actually, it'll be on display at Raising Cane's in Times Square this year. So I am displaying the bunny suit and some other things from the movie.
I'm surprised that's not in the Smithsonian, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've certainly held on to it. I'm trying to figure out the right thing to do with it.
Yeah.
But it's nice to find opportunities to be able to share it with fans.
No, I got you. Well, Peter, I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me today on the show, and I'm really looking forward to this. December 20th, an evening with Peter Billingsley and Christmas Story. You can get tickets for it at DaytonLive.org. Thank you, Peter. Have a great week.
Looking forward to it, and I look forward to seeing you in the pink bunny suit out there.
Well, we'll see what happens, Peter. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Thank you
very much.
Appreciate it. See you.